Alright, welcome back everyone. It is LaughNgamez here. I am back with another Starcraft 2 1 versus 1 AlphaStar cast. So, as per the usual on this channel, of late we're going to be having ourselves another one of these awesome AlphaStar games, or at least I'm hoping it's going to be awesome. It's going to be AlphaStar taking on a Grandmaster Zerg, AlphaStar being a Terran, so it should be a good match, I think. I mean, although in the back of my head, I'm thinking about the last couple games on this channel that I watched involving AlphaStar and GM Zergs, and it has a bit of a hard time. It kind of boxes itself in. It's like, well, I got a bunch of Marines and tanks, but the Zerg's at the late game situation, and so I'm probably just going to die now, because it doesn't seem to completely grasp that it's really got to kill the Zerg before it reaches that late game stage, because AlphaStar doesn't seem to be like a late game player. But anyway, it should be a good match. I mean, it's important to check out AlphaStar, the way it approaches different scenarios, different players, and maybe this game it's going to bring out something completely fresh. Of course, things already starting off a little bit cheesy here. AlphaStar just can't catch a break. The last video I did was AlphaStar getting cheesed out by a bunch of players, and it's going to be getting cheesed a little bit here. A hatch or a pool first opening coming from the GM Zerg, so a few tricky lings going to be trying to catch AlphaStar off guard. And then, yeah, we'll just see how this match is going to go beyond this. As per the usual, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoy these AlphaStar videos, I'm going to go ahead and say, press that like button. Let's try and break 21 likes on this video. That would be fantastic. And of course, if you're new to the channel, you enjoy this content, I've been doing AlphaStar videos pretty much as soon as it was kind of released. So feel free to subscribe. I also do a lot of other Starcraft and stuff. But enough of that, because we got some more cheese coming down the line here. Like, I thought it was just gonna be one of them casual, passive openings coming from the Zerg player, like where you go for like 6 lings and then you go into macro. This Zerg says, no AlphaStar, I'm gonna shut you down. He's already making roaches, so he's gonna be trying to cheese out the Terran player in this situation. And this could be a bit rough for AlphaStar, because we look, it's already lost its SCV. There is lings working away on its command center. This Roach Warren has been spotted by the Reaper, but I don't know if this CC can be saved at this point. And yeah, AlphaStar has to cancel its command center, and the Zerg player has already gone back into droning. So this is just going to be a light Roach poke, and AlphaStar, I think the damage has already been done. The Zerg player, the fact that they only committed into, say, 3 Roaches or 3 Ravagers, and then have gone right into macro, they're going to be able to shoot up in that drone count pretty darn quickly. So this could be a little bit rough here for AlphaStar. The fact that its command center was canceled, it hasn't started a new one yet. It's busy building bunkers back at home. The bunkers will help versus the 3 Ravagers crossing the map, but the 3 Ravagers aren't a super real threat. This isn't like an end the game push from the Zerg at this point. This is I'm gonna see what I can get done, because I made the 3 Roaches. And I don't know how well AlphaStar is going to deal with a push like this. Let's take a look here. The Ravagers are going to be moving on in. They're going to be able to start corrosive biling. I'm pretty sure this is going to equate to a dead depot here. Yeah, this could be a dead depot here. Meanwhile, corrosive bile going to be picking off that reactor. The reactor is gone. And then a starport is about to finish up. The siege tank is going to help out, but AlphaStar is taking some serious damage here already, and it's still just on 1 base. Now, I do want to point out this Zerg player isn't doing the best job macroing behind this, because he's actually... Wait, what was... I guess that was the Reaper that ran on in, because he is floating a bit of money. There we go. He's firing up more drones. The real important thing for the Zerg player, whether you're playing versus an AI or not in this situation, is to make sure you're droning up as hard as you can, because I feel like the Zerg should have a few more drones than it does at this point. As, yeah, I mean, as, like, it's had a fair bit of time to drone up. AlphaStar now is actually going to be taking its 3rd as its natural, because why not? It is AlphaStar. All the while, the Zerg player has decided to back off, maybe fearing potential Banshees. And so we're really having a bit more of a unique game here. versus AlphaStar, because we take a look. A lair is on the way for the Zerg. Spore crawlers are on the way because there's a serious fear of banshees, but no third. The drone count is only at 28. And if we just tally that up, like, I feel like the Zerg player from the opening should have a better lead. You canceled the Terran's command center, and just the fact that it didn't squeeze out like a round of drones or just keep droning while it was pushing with the Ravagers, it's just a bit tough. So AlphaStar, with its very odd third base location, is going to probably want to move out and secure that. It's got out a good siege tank count. It's got out a Banshee, so I mean, it should be able to defend this no problem versus any aggression. The tanks are going to siege on up. The Ling's getting on top of them. So the Ravager is going to get on in here. Actually picks off 2 of the siege tanks, more or less for free. A handful of Lings as the price. And oh, I wonder if this is why AlphaStar took to the third. AlphaStar, with the 1000 IQ play, is just like, all right, the Zerg in this situation probably going to creep up my natural, so it took the third base. I don't even know if that's the actual reasoning, but it's kind of funny how that's the situation we're in. Anyway, this Zerg player really not playing the more passive kind of Zerg style, which AlphaStar has struggled against. It's going for a Mutalisk style, which I think AlphaStar probably has more of a chance in being successful against. For now, we also take a look here. Ling's going to be running on in. There's a chance they could make it into the natural because there's actually no wall there. The tank's, though, in position. The Banshee's in position. This does get shut down. And, oh, there's the classic AlphaStar hidden third base, man. I just love the way that this AI just brings kind of like its own sense of just genius into the matchup. Just doing things that you wouldn't really think of. It's just the way it goes around, around solving for X is just so bizarre. Alright, let's take a look. Ling's getting on in towards the natural, but the third base of AlphaStar, they get chewed away, though no major damage getting done. And the Zerg player is just getting up his third base, so pretty much on par with AlphaStar's own third. So this is a good economic position for AlphaStar. The concern, though, is the Mutalisks on the way for the Zerg. He has really delayed his economy in order to get these out. And now we're going to see if they're going to be able to get enough done here. We take a look. There is 13 Marines out for AlphaStar. There's going to be 6 mutas coming out for the Zerg. I don't know if that's going to be enough, but here goes the 3 Banshees. They're going to be moving on in. The Queens, though, are enough to shoo away these Banshees, so that's very good for the Zerg. And if the mutas are able to overpower these Marines, it's going to be so tough here. It's going to be so tough for the Terran because they're going to lose everything since the mutas will just clean everything up. The Banshees now just going on in. They're going to try and get what they can done while the mutas are going to clean them up. This has given AlphaStar a bit of time, though, just to press on in a bit more. These tanks probably want to siege on up because in comes the Lings. And oh no, I think AlphaStar might have made a bit of an error with this attack. The siege tanks focus down the Ravagers, but the mutas and the Lings are going to be able to shut down all of these Marines right now. And with that note, AlphaStar has really lost a ton of its supply. It's very consistent with its production, but its actual capacity right now to reproduce its units is not very big here. It's being pushed, and more mutas are coming, more Lings are coming. The Zerg player having time to drone on up. This could lead to a potential nasty counterattack. The Zerg isn't actually just going towards the third, which is actually very good for AlphaStar because it's rather exposed right now. Banshee cloaks to stay alive, but yeah, I mean, AlphaStar really overcommitted there. If this was more of a normal game, I think we'd probably see the Zerg player counterattacking a little bit harder, and there we go. Now the Zerg is confident enough to move on in. AlphaStar, Marines retreating back, SCVs joining into the fray. The mutas, though, committing on top of these Marines. This isn't working out too well for the Zerg, I don't think. A fair few of the mutas died, but then so did a large number of AlphaStar's SCVs. We take a look here, too. AlphaStar is starting to mine at this third base location. However, it still doesn't understand the concept that running SCVs towards your hidden base is not going to do you any favors. And now we'll see if the Zerg player is going to scout for this. Maybe like, is that a hidden base or something? Because the SCVs usually are a giveaway, but hidden bases for Terran are actually so rare versus Zerg. Because, just because Zerg usually scouts them, and if they scout them, they get there so quick. So, yeah, I mean, it's a little bit unfortunate for the Zerg that he hasn't noticed that AlphaStar has gone for this base. Still though, I mean, AlphaStar, I'm not sure what position it's in. It's going for a very odd composition, not really going hard into the Marine Marauder Medivac or anything like that. It's floating that starport back onto the tech lab. It's just powering up. It's got the hidden base. It's got its third base as its natural, or as its second base, and then it's got a hidden base as its third base, I guess, while it still hasn't taken its natural. Oh my gosh, you gotta love AlphaStar. Such a derp. The most high-tech and probably one of the most expensive derps there is. Just so much work has gone into this AI, and it's really impressive what they've done, but it's still quite funny, just the way it plays sometimes. We take a look here. AlphaStar is moving out with a couple of Banshees. They're actually going to find these Banelings, which is nice. Getting a few Banelings is always nice, but these Banshees could be in trouble. They're going to cloak to escape. The Overseer actually a fair distance behind, but oh no, AlphaStar. Don't lead those mutas towards your hidden base. That is definitely not what you want. Now, AlphaStar going to be moving out on the map. It's just going for what seems to be one of its odd move outs. It's got a big number of Marines. It's got a Cyclone and then a Banshee, and it's going to be looking to push on in towards the Zerg. And I don't know about you guys, but a Zerg pushing, or a Terran pushing on creep towards the Zerg when the Zerg has Banelings and Baneling speed generally doesn't work out too well for the Terran. AlphaStar may be a machine, but its splits are not too amazing. So we take a look here right now. AlphaStar moving on towards creep towards its opponent, but oh no, the Bane's coming on in. It usually tries to focus fire down the Banelings. It splits okay. Maybe I said it, and AlphaStar had something to prove. It actually splits okay versus the Banes, but still a very poor move out from AlphaStar, and its supply just drops there as it loses a big chunk of Marines. If AlphaStar made Marauders with its macro, I feel it would be a much better agent, as it just always eats so many Banelings when it goes for its ballsy attacks. AlphaStar now going to be going for a fourth base. It's still just powering on up here. The Zerg player, though, is starting to reach that later game Zerg with an infestation pit on the way with the higher Baneling counts. This is what AlphaStar really seems to struggle with. We'll see if AlphaStar is just going to build up even more and more until it eventually goes for a push, though. We take a look here. A Banshee getting picked off. No Medivacs for AlphaStar just yet. We'll see if it's going to go into those just yet. For now, though, it's making a Raven, which is interesting. Going to help pick off creep. Anti-armor missiles are very good. Oh, the mutas, they almost need a Widowmine. In they go. They're going to need a shot or two from the turrets, but yeah, nice move from the Zerg player, just microing his mutas. A random Banshee, of course, going for some harassment. Maybe could work away on this hatchery. No, instead it is going to keep looking around for some drones, keep pulling its opponent away. One random Widowmine hits the mutas there, but this hidden base has been spotted. This is no good here for AlphaStar, going to be losing a big chunk of its economy. Fortunately for AlphaStar, it does indeed have up a third base, but losing its fourth is not always a good thing, and it's out on the map with just a large chunk of Marines. Oh no, AlphaStar, run while you still can. The Lings are looking for a wrapper, and AlphaStar is running wee all the way home as those Marines, they hightail it on out of there away from the Banes. But AlphaStar seriously has some Bane phobia, as it's just no good at dealing with it. And if the Zergs just seem to make a good number of Banes, eventually AlphaStar is just going to throw away a ton of supply versus them. And while AlphaStar has some Widowmines and tanks this time around, that's very good for him. But no, it's moving out on the map. Don't do it, AlphaStar. Oh, it's just moving out with 56 Marines. I mean, if they catch the mutas, that would be good. And oh, they are going to catch a few of the mutas, but now they're pretty stimmed. But oh, don't do it, AlphaStar. Don't move out on the map versus how many Banelings? 28 Banelings. No, don't do it. Just don't do it. It's doing it, though. AlphaStar, oh god, this is gonna be horrible. I can't watch. It's totally, oh no, AlphaStar, oh gosh, it's gonna stim the Marines, but in comes the Bane train. Oh, this is disastrous here, as all the Marines melt away just for a handful of Banelings, and oh, this is disastrous for AlphaStar. It just causes so much pain. Oh, AlphaStar, why do you do this? Everyone wants to see us succeed. And then you just just run all of your Marines into some Banelings. Like, it's so weird how it just disregards its Marines' life and just says, right, get on in there. And they try. They try, oh, they try, but they're always usually a little bit outmatched. And that note, things usually turn kind of sour for AlphaStar after it makes a big move out like this. It's such a good AI, but it just doesn't seem to understand versus Zerg that clumping up with a ton of Marines versus Banelings will destroy you. Raven gets picked off. There's still one alive hiding in the corner now, chilling with this Banshee, but oh, it totally gave the Banshee away. It's like, oh man, shucks. AlphaStar is gonna lose that Banshee, gonna lose that Raven. And now we take a look here. It's moving out once again on the map. This time it's bringing a few medivacs. But if you guys can count, that is too many Marines to fit in those medivacs. So once again, AlphaStar just not taking good care of its Marines. Not enough medivacs for them. I mean, it's building up a very sick Widowmine count. But still, like, I'm curious, is it gonna max out or something? Oh no, the Zerg player has had enough. Uh-oh, AlphaStar, you better burrow them Widowmines. You better burrow those mines. The Banelings coming on in. Widowmines, one massive connection there. Lings move forward, bait out a lot more. In come the Marines. Are they going to eat Banes? So far, no. But there's so many more. There's so many Ultras here. AlphaStar is going to have to retreat. It's going to have to be an amazing defense. There's a lot of tanks and Widowmines still, but there's so many Banelings here. Oh, this Zerg player is just destroying AlphaStar. AlphaStar continuously backing on up as the Bane train rolls forward. They're looking for those Marines. Most of the Banelings are gone, but then again, so is AlphaStar's army. SCVs now getting attacked by Ultras, by Mutas. Oh my god, that was comical. AlphaStar lifts up its command center, and it's starting to float its buildings. Oh, what an AI. Ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed AlphaStar just getting wrecked, make sure to press that like button. And of course, if you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe, as I'll probably cast more AlphaStar versus Zerg in TVZ, and it'll probably do more of the same. But yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. This has been LaughNgamez. I'll see you next time.